Good morning, everyone, and welcome to healthierlife.tv. My name is Paul Bursey, and I'm speaking from the UK.
And my name is Warren Connolly, and I'm speaking from Hungary.
Part of the EU, which we used to be in.
Used to be in, yeah. I had a little 4-year-old come to me yesterday and said to me, "Knock, knock." So I asked, "Who's there?" And he goes, EU. I said, EU who? He goes, yeah, EU, what, EU, you too, or something like that. So he was like, poo, like, oh, no, it's EU poo. Oh, man, it's, anyway, it's a Brexit joke. I got it wrong slightly, but it was a Brexit joke. And I just had to laugh at him, this little 4-year-old kid telling me a Brexit joke.
Well, okay, well, welcome to Arachnotopia.
Arachnotopia?
Yeah. You'll see. Today's headline at healthierlife.tv is Tiny Spider-like Creatures Can Cause Mayhem. I've given it away a little bit by saying the Arachnotopia. But so what dastardly evil predator are we talking about here? We are talking about ticks. Okay? And not the tick-tock of a clock.
No, not that TikTok.
The arachnophobia type thing. All right. So
I'm sure there is a phobia to listening with regards to listening to clocks, but we're not talking about that phobia.
Absolutely. So with that, everything, as you know, is based around having a healthier life. One of those things is having a healthy immune system. So first of all, I'm going to hand over to Warren, who's going to talk to you.
I'm going to talk to you, am I?
Yeah, he's going to talk to you. Hello, children.
I'm frozen again. No, I haven't frozen. I'm not back.
No, you're okay. We can hear you.
Good. I thought I was in cryogenesis there for a second. So, yeah, look, no matter what we may pick up in our lives, like tick bites or anything like this that comes our way, if our immune system is compromised in any shape, form, or way, it's the likelihood of us having heavier symptoms or more life-threatening symptoms from these ticks or bugs or anything that does enter our system one way or another is much higher. If we really don't want to be compromised just by a mere tick bite. Now, from ticks, you can get different types of diseases. So we're going to be talking about Lyme's disease. In Africa, Lyme's disease is very prevalent in the northern hemisphere. In Africa and the southern hemisphere, we get a different variant of tick bite fever, okay, which is a little bit more intensive than Lyme's disease. But regardless of whatever it is, if your immune system is healthy and your immune system is strong, then the symptoms are going to be far less prevalent or far less severe. Okay. Now, why are we talking about this is because for those of you folks that follow Paul and my work individually or as a team, you know that we deal a lot with the immune system and a healthy immune system. Okay, I've frozen again, so I trust I'm still here. Paul, can you?
You are still here, yes.
Fantastic. So everything's frozen my side again. Except for that damn voice. Damn. So anyway, we deal with our immune system from the gut to the brain, to the heart, to the central nervous system. And what we have essentially is something we call the health protocol. Now, the health protocol deals with all of the above. It really factors in focusing on improving and boosting and maintaining a healthier immune system through three simple interventions. You take a sip of oil a day, you take 2 tablets a day, you take a small little scoop of a powder, which you can put into a juice or water a day, and Bob's your uncle. Your immune system is sorted. Your health is back in balance over time. And this is what we want to talk about. So look, no matter what we ever talk about, the subject matter relating to health or fitness and recovery and all of these things, if the immune system is healthy and strong, your ability to recover or your ability to stay off different diseases and conditions is much easier. Okay, so we're not taxing the.
We seem to have lost you verbally. So let me continue a little bit, and then you can come back and say what you're going to say, if you can hear what I'm saying now. So let's talk about ticks. Now, they're parasitic arachnids, basically, that are part of the superorder of spiders and other things like that. So that's the technical term. So along with mites, they constitute a subclass of arachnids. So not very nice. Quite hard to see up to a certain point. They are scientifically classified as arachnids. So arachnida. Hello, Warren's coming back on. No, Warren's gone. He'll come back in. So now these ticks and arachnids have been around 90 million years. So the good news is that most tick bites, and we're talking about ticks, do not transmit harmful micro beings. Okay. So anyway, sometimes ticks can give us a variety of these diseases, but as I say, it's not personal, it's business for them. Okay, it's what they do. And I know that we get bitten by things all the time. Now, I can only base it based on what happens to me. Now, I do a lot of football refereeing. Sometimes I wear a tracksuit. Sometimes I wear shorts. Every time I wear shorts, I get bitten, especially if the football pitch, is. Hang on, Warren's trying to get back in. Sorry. Right, you back in, Warren?
Thank you. I've had to come in on my mobile.
I'm just going to something about ticks. So now, as I said, it's not personal, it's business. They bite you because that's what they do. Okay, and they want to share. They actually want to share the love. So
it's a love bite, is it?
Yeah. But okay, you'd actually come into the studio on two places there.
Yeah, so I'm just
get rid of one.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I need to sort out my computer while we're doing this. So
yeah. Now the thing is, you can be bitten by a tick, and there are a wide range of symptoms depending on how your body deals with it, and that's one of the reasons why Warren was talking about the health protocol that we deal with, because it's very, very important that your immune system is tip top. Mm-hmm. Okay, even in the current situation, if your immune system is tip top, as I call it, right, then you've got much, much less chance of being affected by things. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's the reason we say it. Okay, it is our business though. So now the symptoms depend on what microbe has been transmitted to you. Now, in the case of Lyme disease, it's not very nice. Okay, is it rare? I don't really know. I've heard people talk about it, but it is a bacterial infection that can be spread to humans by these infected ticks. Now,
it's not. Sorry, just Paul, quickly, just to answer your question, it's not really that rare. Okay, because around 300,000 people in Europe alone suffer with Lyme's disease.
Yeah, well, occasionally some people in the UK get done. I think it all depends. It all depends. I mean, if you take it in the in the whole world about how many people are affected by it. Okay, maybe it's not that rare, but it's I know thousands of people. And I don't know anybody who's had Lyme disease, so that's what I'm basing it on, not necessarily figures, but yeah, sometimes they do, and they say about long grass and places like that, I've always found the more times I get bitten is where there's long grass and there's either a pond or a river nearby. Now, I don't know about ticks and rivers and things like that, or they get near them. But it seems to be, for me, I get bitten more often. Now, I don't know if I've ever been bitten by a tick, but what I can say is I haven't had Lyme's disease. So now the whole idea is to treat it early if you find it, okay? Sometimes we don't know we've been bitten and things are bubbling in the background, as it were. Mm-hmm. So have you ever seen a tick bite, Warren?
Yeah, I've been bitten by ticks. And, yeah, we've had our dogs been bitten by ticks all my life, dogs getting attacked by ticks. In South Africa, I had I was bitten by a tick in South Africa in long grass fishing in the river. So yeah, I had very mild symptoms though, very mild feverish symptoms. But this is the thing as well. People don't always associate something like a fever or headaches or muscle cramps, which is some of the symptoms that you will suffer from, from Lyme's disease. People don't always associate those symptoms as being part of a tick bite fever or anything else that, they think it's maybe just a flu or something like that. And as you say, you don't always pick up the ticks. You don't always notice where the ticks, because they tend to kind of gather in those dark recesses of our anatomy. And
be careful now. This is
we don't always pick them up. I think that was pretty PG, that explanation. I think it was pretty good.
I could see you veering towards that impasse or the crevice or whatever.
The dark recesses or dark crevices of our anatomy. Yeah. But look, most people, they're not going to if they get muscle cramps or fever, headaches, they're not going to think that they've been, they may even have been bitten by a tick and they don't think anything of it.
Yeah.
Especially if they find it in the beginning, but I don't know how long it takes for a tick bite to actually get into your bloodstream. So who knows?
Well, it can take up to 3 months.
Okay, so yeah.
So and the challenge is, because it's such a small bite, you may not even know you've been bitten. Because how many times have you woken up, maybe in the morning, from bed, and you didn't know that something was in the bedroom, and because you've had your leg hanging out of the bed, you've got this bite on your leg.
Yeah.
And so you've got to understand that sometimes we just don't know. So maybe a little bit of visual awareness and paying attention to yourself, so that if you do get a bite, you just watch it, don't you? Make sure it doesn't get any worse, and maybe you clean it up a bit. I think the damage is already done because you've got this red little lump on your leg. But
and from what I understand, it also expands as well. That redness, the redness.
Yeah,
expands,
it can be.
Right?
Yeah, it can be quite large. So I'm trying to get the right size. Ooh.
That's large. That's very large.
It is quite large. It can be quite large. I was going to show some pictures, but I don't know how to put them on here. So it's something I've got to learn. But color-wise, it can be pink, red, purple. They're normally the colors on Caucasian skin. Now, if obviously you've got darker skin, if you're Asian, if you've got black skin, then obviously it could look like a bruise. Okay, so we've all got a different skin color, and we need to pay attention in maybe slightly different ways. So. But it can last for 1 to 4, or can appear to last for weeks. Okay, so we at some point we don't know what's going to happen with that particular tick bite. So, okay, so now, how many times have you been bitten by a tick? Do you think?
As far as I can remember, as far as I can remember, only once that I'm aware of.
Okay. So. It can be a horror story. You do hear of things where people get bitten and they get really, really ill. But it's just, I look at it this way: it's the same as many things, and we go back to it all the time. If you're working on your immune system consistently and regularly, right, the chances of you having more of a problem
Mm-hmm.
or very much decreased.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's what we're trying to aim for
Mm-hmm.
with this program, really. So because things will happen, accidents will happen, bites will happen, but it's how your body reacts to it and how it fights. So when you get bitten, it's a bit like having a bit of inflammation. Now, you will have inflammation, redness, pain, and so on. Okay. And normally speaking, your body will deal with it, right, as an acute inflammation or whatever it is. And they'll get all the fire engine and the army and everything there they send to that area, and they'll clear it up. But unfortunately, on some occasions, your body becomes overwhelmed. When it becomes overwhelmed and this thing's moving so fast that your body can't clear it up, that's when the problems start. That's why also there is this time gap of it. I mean, for some people it could happen immediately or near enough immediately. Other people it can take, as I say, up to 3 months. All right. So preparation is key. So if for argument's sake, if you're out with your family in the forest and you've got a combination of walking on paths or walking through the grass, walk through the grass by all means, but don't go if you're wearing shorts. Okay, try and stay away from long grass.
Or like me, shorts and flip flops.
Yeah, I know. You know, we're terrible sometimes. We don't care. We just do it without thinking.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're wearing something like trousers and socks and shoes, and there's not much chance of it getting near you at that stage. It could later on. I don't know how they move or how they get in things. So, you know, make sure that when you've been over to the forest or jungle or wherever it is you are, okay, make sure you take your clothes off, shake them, look at them, make sure there's nothing in them. You know, a lot of times you're going to wash them, it probably won't be a problem. But a lot of times, because you've not been dirty, you've not been sweating very much, you might say, no, I can wear them again before I wash them. Okay, so check your shoes, check your boots, check your socks, and check your trousers as well as your body. You know,
that reminds me. We used to have to do that in the military, but for scorpions, we used to have to do that.
I know. Look, I apologise, but being that we're softies in the UK because we don't have any of the stuff that's in jungles. We don't have any that the Australians have to deal with. You know, these great big spiders. Now, I'm talking about ticks, and they have these huge spiders. It's fantastic, isn't it? So,
here in Hungary, it's even worse. It's even more. It's even safer here. Yeah, there's literally nothing other than ticks and the odd bush, the odd wild boar. There's nothing here. So yeah, even the snakes here are not very poisonous.
Yeah, we've got a few poisonous snakes here.
Yeah, you do. In the UK, there's a few. You have a few vipers and things like that.
Yeah, again, if you get bitten by a viper, it's probably a little bit more serious than getting bitten by a tick.
Yeah, and the chances of your immune system saving you a little bit less, but still, if your immune system is strong, at least your body's going to be able to fight it off a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. But as I say, you can see it. Sometimes you'll know because if you get bitten by a tick, you'll know because it will grow to it's bigger than a cricket ball. It's more like a bit less than a size 4 football, which is the kids' football.
Okay.
So it could be anything up to that size. So it's possible to get flu-like symptoms, but I mean the symptoms you can get are numerous, including, because I've written them down here, right? High temperature or feeling hot and shivery, headaches, muscle and joint pain. You could even have paralysis. Now, I wouldn't say paralysis of the whole body, but you can have paralysis probably in a certain part of the body.
Yeah, you get paralysis, facial paralysis.
Yeah, that type of thing. Itching, burning, swelling, shortage of breath if it's that bad. You can have an anaphylactic shock. even at the worst case scenario. So you can have fever, vomiting. What was the other one? Oh yeah, I've got to put that one down. Nerve problems. That'd be the numbness. Heart problems. It depends who you are and what you're at, the state of your health, I believe.
Oh yes, oh definitely, oh yeah.
A couple of others: tiredness and loss of energy. Okay, and trouble with memory or concentration, or finding yourself confused. So you can imagine maybe
that sounds like most of us.
That's not my everyday.
That sounds like most of us. We've all got some of those symptoms, right?
Yeah, I know. But some. Yeah, I have trouble with memory sometimes, but that's recall, pulling it back out. But what I can say is, and I know it's because we sell a product, we sell a group of products. But I can say I've never been as sharp as I've been since I've been taking this health protocol.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what, purely for the cognitive stuff, on the ball all the time. Sometimes I just want to go to sleep.
And people don't really realize the significance of having you're being cognitively alert.
Yeah.
Because when you are in that semi-comatose state mentally, it draws on a lot of energy from your body. It really does, more so than you realize. And because your brain is an important function in the body, right? If your brain or your heart are not functioning properly,
that's right.
So,
and one of the challenges is like with the immune system and being mentally alert and things like that, is that when you've been there for some time, it becomes the norm, and you don't realize what place you're at until you do something like take the health protocol or whatever, and you get to such a stage to say, I want to stay like this, because it's a bit, I suppose it's a bit like a legal drug. I mean, it's not a drug, but I mean, it's like the feeling of being up here at a lovely level all the time, And
the nice thing is you never know when you're gonna start feeling like that, because for each person it's individual, because it's natural, it's nutrition. So it's just each individual's body's going to respond differently to it, and so you never quite know. You wake up one morning 3 months down the line, it's like, ooh, I feel. Or you may wake up one morning a year down the line and feel, ooh, I feel something different about myself. So you never really know. But the end of the day is, it depends on your body and your history already. What you've been putting into your system over the years, and what you've been doing, what abuse, because we all abuse our bodies. Even those people that look super healthy and look super fit, many of them abuse their body somehow. So it depends on what abuse you've been doing to your body. Will depend on how your body responds to the health protocol, for example, or anything else for that matter. So it's definitely worth that investment for yourself. This is not to sell the health protocol now, but we're talking about something that like a Lyme's disease, where, as I said, around 300,000 people in Europe alone suffer with Lyme's disease. That's reported. Who knows how many more people have Lyme's disease, but they're not aware of the fact that they've got it. Because if you always got to take these figures you factor in that not all of these are reported. Not everybody that suffers with something reports it. And this goes right across the board with everything in life. So if 300,000 have been found, I'm pretty sure there's a damn sight more that have got it, but they just never realize that they've got it. So we go back to the health protocol, especially in this call, because there are many other diseases out there where we can be bitten or infected by, and if your immune system is strong, then as I said in the beginning, I don't know how far I got in the beginning before I got cut off, but if your immune system is strong, your body's going to be able to fight against whatever that is. That much better than if you're just coming home and eating breads, drinking beer, wine every day, or G&T, or just eating unhealthy foods, or even relatively healthy foods, or even if you're eating super healthy foods, our immune system is still very often compromised. because of the quality of the foods that we get today. It's not where it used to be. So that's something just to bear in mind.
Back to the ticks. Right. What are the chances of getting Lyme disease? Well, we don't know. Now, not all the ticks carry the bacteria, right? But it's important to be aware of just what you're doing, okay? Now, the main places is grassy and woodland areas, right? And what they do, you brush past and pick it up. Okay? They're not sitting there waiting and, hey, look, it's a human being coming along. Let's go and jump on him. Right? It's not a case of that. You'll brush against it and you'll pick it up. It could be just on trousers. It could be on your leg. Whatever. So regular checks are called for, as it were. So if there's any doubt for anything, then you go and see a doctor or a health professional, maybe a nurse. And so how to avoid tick bites. How long have we been going? Oh, we've been going too long. We're going to finish up. Cover your skin, number one, when you're walking outdoors. You got trousers, it says tuck them in your socks, but that looks silly. So just put gaiters on. No, but just be careful, all right? Use insect repellent. Now, they suggest something with DEET in it. So DEET is what all the special forces use, an army and people like that.
Okay.
Did you use that in the jungle?
No.
Wow.
Anything we applied to our bodies in the jungle or in the bush, we weren't in the jungle, but we were in the bush in South Africa. Anything we applied to our bodies was shoe polish.
Oh.
That was to blend in. That was to blend into the bush. That's the only reason why.
Yeah. What's in the shoe polish?
No, it's just to blend in. So it's camouflage.
Oh, right. No, sorry. You're talking about doing all that.
Yeah. For your whole.
It's all about breaking it up, isn't it? So
yeah.
So stay on clear paths as much as possible. But look, we know human beings. We like to explore. So we're going to go everywhere, aren't we? All right. So wear light clothing so you can see the ticks. And that's about it, really. There's not much else we can talk about it. Well, so apart from that,
bye now.
yeah. Stay safe now. So, but look, it's like anything. We could be talking about anything as well when it comes to getting infected, whatever. Just be careful out there.
Yeah,
Belker used to. Oh no, who used to say that? Oh, the Sergeant on Hill Street Blues, didn't they?
Oh yes.
Be careful out there.
Yeah.
So with that, we're going. We've said enough. And Lyme disease, not very nice. And we don't want it. So go away, ticks. All right?
No disease is very nice. So
right.
Go away diseases, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going. See you later. Have a fantastic rest of the week.
And we look forward to seeing you on our call on Monday at 12 o'clock.
Absolutely.
European time, EU time, 11 o'clock UK time.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have an outstanding remainder to your week.
See ya. Bye.